She should be a... Aha! Found her! Lillipore!
What a long dream that was. It's been a while, my master. Oh, and you're here too, little wildcat. The four of us back together again. Imagine that. After we last parted ways, I merged with the land beneath 𝗕𝗲𝗄 to suppress the dark calamity stirring in the depths. It rekindled the flame of vengeance within the Djinn, depriving 𝗕𝗲𝗄 of any hope of peace. I fought against it for a long, long time, until one day, I sensed a change in a foreign land to the west. Suddenly, the pitch-black abyss fell silent. Once satisfied that that dark power could no longer bewitch the Djinn, I too fell into a deep slumber, from which I have only now awoken. Why have you returned to 𝗕𝗲𝗄, my master? And why is my sand-swept homeland in disarray once more?
Well, basically, Sumeru is in danger and a lot of our friends are affected. Some bad guys messed around with... We managed to...
Thank you.
No need to...
The sandstorm's gone. The sun shines bright again. When I said that we'd meet again under a lovelier sun, this was exactly how I imagined it.
Yay! Although, honestly, Paimon would love to hang out with you more, even if the weather sucked. Well, there shouldn't be any more Djinn breaking out, right? Are we okay to head back?
Sounds good. You can introduce us to your other friends.
Another adventure begins. Lovely.
The storms have stopped! We should be able to get to the Temple of Silence without any problems now. Time to regroup!
The Adeptus arts are most miraculous. But, unless one first cultivates the mind before cultivating these arts...
So, this is the Temple of Silence. I've heard the 𝗕𝗲𝗀 mention it in passing, but I never imagined it would be this big. It's colossal.
I thought the temple moved to the rainforest ages ago. When did they scamper back into the desert?
I don't know. This plan sounds a little too risky for my liking.
Even in King Deshret's day, this was well,
The scale...
You're back. Everything all right?
Friends of yours?
Pretty much everyone in the Temple of Silence is. This guy's 𝗕𝗲𝗄, and the one next to him is 𝗷𝗫𝗄𝗻.
Hello, I'm Jet, and this is 𝗲𝗲𝗄𝗏.
Oh, a famous name from the history books.
Pleased to meet you. A friend of a friend is a friend of mine, as they say.
Who's they?
Huh? Do people not say that?
Not in the desert. Friends you can trust, but friends of friends? Gotta keep an eye on them. Still, I do trust the Traveler's judgment. I'm sure you're good people.
The sandstorms have calmed down. I take it the 𝗲𝗲 problem is resolved? What did you find?
And after getting all smarmy with us, he trapped us there. Luckily, Jet used the mechanism outside to free us, and then we got 𝗲𝗄𝗏 to put a stop to the chaos.
Wow. Thanks for being there to help them.
So, this mystery man openly admitted that he was merely a Harbinger subordinate.
Yeah? Is there something weird about that?
I assume you aren't naive enough to expect answers from an enemy. Well deduced. Our commander, 𝗕𝗏, died in 𝗕𝗏.
Are you wondering about his true identity? Or do you think there's a big conspiracy behind all this?
I wouldn't go as far as to call it a conspiracy. Just the simple fact that having someone to shift the blame on tends to prove useful should trouble come knocking later. The most important thing for now is to solve the immediate problem. Perhaps that man knew you wouldn't have the resources to investigate his background and so didn't put much effort into disguising himself.
This is all getting a little cryptic for me. I'll let you guys talk while I take a walk with 𝗲𝗄𝗏.
Jet?
Aren't you with the Blazing Beasts? What a coincidence. Didn't expect to run into you here.
We're mercs. You can run into us anywhere. Who's this with you?
So, did you find the solution you were looking for in the Temple of Silence?
You bet we did. This place is incredible. It has everything. So far, we've discussed a plan and verified its feasibility. Building a new system from scratch is out of the question. So our only option is to modify the Akasha using certain resources we hope to find in the mausoleum of King Deshret.
According to certain sources in the Temple of Silence, there is a core device in King Deshret's mausoleum known as Aaru. Little is known about this device in academic circles, which suggests it was hidden quite effectively. If these sources prove correct, the energy contained within Aaru may be sufficient to power our Akasha renovation plan. However, this raises difficult questions regarding technological integration. The sages are still debating it.
Yeah, but I'm sure they'll reach a compromise once they've argued it out. The people of the rainforest are always cautious when it comes to desert technology. But times of crisis like this leave us with little choice.
Wait, Paimon has a question. Is this the same Aaru we've heard of before? It's sealed off, right? Some sort of prison where the Goat King, Ibis King, and Crocodile King are locked up.
Well remembered. Yes, that's exactly right. According to our records, Aaru was the most brilliant creation King Deshret ever conceived of. Built by divine and mortal artisans working together. It was a miraculous accomplishment, and it lies hidden deep within the king's mausoleum to this day. That being said, what Aaru actually does and why it was built, those are deep secrets we are not privy to. Until recently, I wouldn't have been optimistic that the place even exists. The only reason I'm inclined to believe it now is because we heard it from the Ibis King 𝗏 himself at his temple. The tale of how the 3 retainers of Al-Akhmar were imprisoned in Aaru.
Paimon totally gets that. When Paimon first heard about it, she thought it sounded pretty unbelievable too. Do you guys still remember that? The Ibis King told us they were trapped in Aaru and that they had to answer 3 questions to get out.
I think I remember. What causes our rise and fall? What obliterates love and hate? And what determines truth and falsehood? Those were the 3 questions, right?
Yeah. If only Nefer were here. She's dealt with the Ibis King before, so she might know more. Oh, 𝗕𝗲 is a friend we met in 𝗕𝗲.
𝗕𝗲? Funny. She showed up here earlier.
Huh?
Yeah. Had another lady with her, too. Both said they knew you. They contacted the sages, claiming they might be able to offer some assistance.
Really? They came here to help out?
Yes, really. It was just before you got back. One of them said she's made 𝗕𝗲 her home. If she's the person you were talking about, then...
Looks like betting on Aaru was the right choice.
See? They're right over there.
Nicole! 𝗕𝗲!
Why, hello! We're here to help. It's a good thing we left early. We almost got locked out.
Locked out? What do you mean?
Oh, you haven't heard? An invisible barrier has appeared around Sumeru's borders, cutting off all travel in and out. No one can leave and no one can enter. Sumeru has become a lonely island.
Are the 𝗏𝗏𝗏 behind this too?
Actually, no. This has nothing to do with them. I suspect it's a defense mechanism within Irminsul itself. Irminsul is the source of Teyvat's ley lines, after all, and Sumeru is the nation closest to it. I imagine this function was put in place to seal the entire region off in the event of serious damage, preventing the disaster from spreading to the rest of Teyvat. It may have been implemented long ago.
But doesn't that mean that the people here won't be able to escape to other nations if the anomaly keeps spreading?
Currently, that does appear to be the case, which is precisely why I am here. This is a critical moment for the world, and Sumeru is the eye of the storm.
Paimon's surprised you managed to convince her to come back to Sumeru.
Indeed. Even for someone of my wisdom and eloquence, this tested my skills to the limit.
And why should it concern me that Sumeru's in trouble? Surely you don't think I still have feelings for that place?
Judging by your tone, I suppose you don't.
Sounds like you don't know much about my past. And here I thought you knew everything.
All I know is that the Ibis King is the source of your power. He was quite a prominent moon envoy once upon a time, so I do know a thing or two about him. As for your past, I have ways to learn the full story if I wish to. But everyone has secrets they'd rather keep to themselves, wouldn't you say?
I'm glad you see it that way, Miss Nicole. I've chosen to call 𝗕𝗲 home, which is why I did my part in its hour of need. That doesn't mean world savings become a habit with me. I have no particular desire to play hero in Sumeru, thank you.
I understand. Human emotions do not appear and disappear without cause. There is always a reason still, but that's what... So I wish to hear about your past, because I do not believe you are motivated by hatred alone. And if we still arrive at different conclusions in the end, that's okay.
I refuse.
Wait, what? But I set the atmosphere and everything. Isn't this supposed to be the moment when we finally open up to one another?
Is it? Maybe I'm not so good at reading the atmosphere. You're right, Nicole. There's more to me than just hatred. Had it consumed me, I'd be left stuck in the past forever, never living in the present. But I don't think that your guidance can change my mind. The all-consuming sands, the bloodshed, both deserved and undeserved. Those old emotions...
Do you wish to...
No. Sure. It's not every day you get to hear an angel's opinion.
A long, long time ago, when the angels still walked freely upon the earth, I found life tedious. Monotonous work, lukewarm relationships. Things weren't nearly as interesting as they are now. And yet, since the angels' demise, I have found myself missing those days on more than one occasion. Human emotions are often attached to a person, a place, or an... If Sumer both love...
Still, I'm a special case. As much as...
How much... I'll be upfront with you. I don't have much more on me. If that's what you need,
Just cover...
Huh? Is that all?
That's all. Given all the people I owe favors to, I can just about justify a trip to Sumeru. Yehoda!
Here, boss! What do you need?
I'm going back to Sumeru for a while. While I'm away, you'll be in charge of the curatorium.
Me? I'm in charge? Whoa! Don't worry, boss. You can count on me!
And that was how the ingenious Angel Nicole brought you the perfect person for the job in your hour of need. Hip hip hooray!
That was far more detailed than necessary. Not lacking in embellishment either. I never thought I'd return. Especially not the desert. But life doesn't always go as planned, I suppose. What's Candace up to? I don't think I've seen her yet.
She's still taking care of things in our village. Should be joining us before too long. Oh, and sorry. Hope we're not interrupting anything. We have some good news, though.
We're planning to go to the mausoleum of King Deshret to look for the legendary Aru, then use it to try and restore the Akasha system.
According to records in the Temple of Silence, the mausoleum houses something called Aru's Chute, which can be used to establish connection with Aru.
We still have some time before we leave, so there's no rush.
By the way, who are these two new faces?
Just call me Nefer. I'm based in 𝗏𝗏. Did I hear you mention Aru?
Correct.
Well, I happen to have a connection with one of the 3 retainers imprisoned inside, the Ibis King. I'm here to get things done, so if you don't mind...
That sounds perfect.
Miss Nefer, are you from the desert by any chance?
Why do you ask?
I don't know. There's a familiar air about you. Plus, you mentioned Candace. Sorry, I don't mean to pry. It was just a random thought. I'm Dia, an eremite mercenary. My work usually keeps me out in the desert.
I'm on good terms with Dory, and she's mentioned you all before. It's nice to finally put faces to the names. However, my associate here is probably less well acquainted with you. Why don't you all introduce yourselves?
Actually, I'm a little better acquainted than you might think.
Huh?
Huh.
Ventriloquism.
What is it, 𝗏𝗏?
It's you! You're the voice who's been speaking in my head, aren't you? You encouraged me to report my dreams to the Dendro Archon, and got me to recite that magic prayer.
I have many titles, but let's go with the most pertinent one. I am Nicole Rain, an angel who has lived since ancient times.
An angel? Sounds like a big deal, but, what exactly is an angel?
Oh, Well, we're a rather long-living race of beings. Not gods,
technically, but we can still tell you a lot of stories from ancient history.
Yep, and she's also an amazing sculptor.
You could say she's a real creative type.
Well, ma'am, if both the Traveler and Paimon give you rave reviews, you must be pretty impressive.
Oh, please don't call me ma'am. I find it so awkward when people get too formal with me. Just relax and be yourselves. No need to be nervous.
Miss Nicole, if it's okay, could I ask you a few questions?
Yes, you may. I can see your heart. I also know which questions you want to ask me. Why did you dream of Sumeru City in disarray? Why did those verses soothe the Jinn only when recited by you? I can guide you to the truth, but it involves a personal secret of yours. I'd prefer to speak with you alone, if possible. I thought we were going to speak alone. This is a lot more people than I was expecting.
What's wrong with it? Even the doctors at Dar al-Shifa allow patients to be accompanied by family members.
Well, if 𝗕 doesn't mind her secret being revealed, I have no problem with it.
Thanks for being so considerate, Miss Nicole. I don't know what secret you mean, but whatever it is, there's no need for me to hide it from my closest friends.
Closest friends? It's so nice to hear that.
All right. In that case, I'll get right to it. 𝗕, are you aware that there are god remains inside your body?
I am. When I was young, I got sick with 𝗕𝗲𝗄. Nothing could cure it. The 𝗕cie convinced my mom and dad that they could help, and I was sent to an unfamiliar place. There were a lot of other kids just like me there. This creepy guy injected us with some strange medicine, which I heard contained god remains. I can still remember the pain like it was yesterday. But thanks to the friends who've stuck by me all this time, I've gradually been able to overcome those memories. Anyway, so you're saying that what happened to me has something to do with the god remains they injected me with?
Yes. Those were the remains of Nabu Malikata, the goddess of flowers.
What? Huh. Fascinating.
You don't seem surprised like the rest of us. Why?
The possibility crossed my mind when 𝗕 recited the Goddess of Flowers song and calmed the Jinn.
I was merely passing through when I heard the name of the Goddess of Flowers. Be assured that I share your surprise. You, with the hat. Are you certain? I sense no trace of the Lord of Flowers within her.
Well, it is a very small fragment. Unless special methods are used to manifest its power, even her closest acquaintances would find it near impossible to detect. After the goddess passed away, her remains were scattered across the desert. King Deshret gathered all the pieces he could find and buried them in the eternal oasis. But some fragments remained unaccounted for. Eventually, the 𝗵𝗄i must have found a way to track some of them down. Presumably for use in some experiment. It's not an uncommon occurrence. You're more shaken than I thought. In one sense, you've been extraordinarily lucky. So many people who yearn for this kind of power never attain it, yet you have coexisted with her all this time without even realizing it.
I don't know what to say. I'm glad that I could help everyone with this power, really. But knowing that a fragment of the Goddess of Flowers is inside my body is... it's a strange feeling.
Well, people value their autonomy very highly. Even a well-intentioned intruder can shake one's sense of self.
I understand how you feel, 𝗕cie. But once you get used to it, you'll find it's nothing to be concerned about.
Huh. I guess you, of all people, have a good reason to speak on this.
2 good reasons, in fact. Incidentally, 3 is the maximum number of 𝗕𝗲 𝗫𝗂 fragments that I could bear.
Let me guess.
Thanks for helping to explain the joke, Tighnari.
Not my intention.
Goddess preserve me. I should take my leave. This boy in his wolf's head hat speaks much too differently from the 𝗕𝗲 I remember.
𝗕cie, all I'm trying to say is, no matter how many 𝗕𝗲 fragments there are within me, you wouldn't think of me as 𝗕𝗲. In the same way, you are simply you.
Yeah, I know what you mean. So about that dream I had, was it a warning from the goddess of flowers?
Yes. Just like me, she was an angel created by the primordial humans, born with the instinct to guide living beings. Though her body and soul have perished, her essence retains its natural instincts. Even her smallest remaining fragments would do their utmost to send you that warning. The Mother of Dreams? Lord of Flowers and Oases? She must have had a premonition. That is why she gave that dream to you.
We won't let our efforts go to waste. But I still don't understand. Why me?
Yes. Why indeed? You weren't the only one injected with God remains, but only in you have her fragments persisted. I suspect it may be because of the firm will you showed in the face of suffering. She was likely assimilated by that will. Of course, this doesn't mean you have to shoulder any extra responsibility. As this young man said, you are who you are, and that will not change. All right, any further questions from the family members of the patient? If not, we should head to the mausoleum of King Deshret.
Let's move out. Time to put our plan into action.
We all hope it'll work. But will we really be able to open Aaru? And even if all 7 pillars of King Deshret agree to let us proceed, the scale of the work to follow is daunting, to say the least.
Haven't you handled other big projects before?
I mean, the biggest project I've worked on to date is probably the Palace of 𝗥𝗲𝗄𝗃, I guess? But this is orders of magnitude beyond that. It's a total nightmare.
Look on the bright side. At least this time you're actually here when Sumeru needs you most. You won't have to come asking me for details after the fact.
Mock me all you want. But now that I'm here, things will be resolved far more quickly and smoothly than last time.
Kaveh's self-doubt disappeared in an instant. Like magic.
Well, this confidence is most gladdening. Now, go and pack your things. We'll head to the mausoleum as soon as you're ready.
Would you like to go moon gazing? You can sit in my rocking chair and admire the view. Or we could go to the moon and gaze down at 𝗕𝗏. Whatever you prefer.
Oh, Miss Nicole. I heard you're a very talented sculptor. Is that true?
Oh, I don't know. I wouldn't want to blow my own trumpet.
Honestly, even though 𝗥𝗲𝗄𝗃 is best known for its focus on mechanics, plenty of 𝗥𝗲𝗄𝗃 scholars are quite serious about sculpting as a hobby. So if they rate your work, that's enough for us. We just have to take a look.
Who's we?
Myself and a few other scholars. Kashif, Daneshvar, come take a look.
Oh, well, if you insist, I suppose there's no harm in showing you.
Whoa. Where did that come from?
Look at the level of detail. It's so lifelike. The squirrel descends from the heavens like a champion, and the earth trembles beneath its feet. What do you think? Striking, isn't it?
𝗕𝗲? 𝗕𝗲, come here for a sec. Oh, and Madame Faruzan, didn't you used to study in our darshan? Come take a look.
All right, but hang on a moment. I have to finish reviewing this proposal first.
You called? What is it, youngster?
This squirrel statue. Isn't it cute?
Oh, a squirrel. I wouldn't say cute.
Oh, a hero? I suppose so. Actually, I didn't really have a specific theme in mind. I just started working on it, and this is how it turned out.
I see. Well, do you tend to read novels about heroes in your spare time?
As a matter of fact, I do quite enjoy those. Everyone loves a good tale of daring do, right?
Then perhaps this statue represents the heroic tale you long to see deep down inside. Also on the subject of heroism, I feel that if the subject posed with a finger raised towards the heavens, it would lend a greater gravitas to the overall image. I'm sure some would call it cliché or old-fashioned, but not me. I think it would be a perfect fit. It has a certain classical beauty about it. 𝗕𝗲.
Sorry, Madame Faruzan, I'm a little busy right now. Don't wait up for me.
What a pity. That young man has excellent aesthetic tastes. I was hoping to ask him for his opinion.
What a genius idea! Why didn't I think of that? Classical beauty is a great direction to explore. That's it. Once I get back, I'm going to sculpt a heroic squirrel pointing its finger towards the sky.
Precisely. A declaration of victory. You understand my vision. Then place the two statues face to face.
Yes! That's exactly what I was thinking.
It'll be a masterpiece, Miss... I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Just call me Nicole. Madame Faruzan? Was it?
What? No. That wouldn't be right.
Why ever not? Madam is a state of mind cultivated from within. Anyone may call me Madam if they so desire. My dear Miss Nicole, once we make it through these trying times, should we have the pleasure of meeting again, I shall look forward to seeing your new work. In this day of age, it's rare to find people with an appreciation for classical aesthetics. Meeting you was truly a pleasant surprise.
Honestly, I feel the same way. It's been a long time since I met anyone interested in this style of statue. Clearly, they don't call you Madam for nothing. Also, I have to say, you're a very good judge of character. Because when I think about it, I really am someone who likes stories about heroes. That must be why I've quietly kept watch over generation after generation of them.
Sorry, keeping watch over heroes? What exactly do you do for a living?
Oh, never mind that.
Let's not tell Madame Faruzan about Miss Nicole's true identity for now.
Good idea. Let's limit the conversation to aesthetics.
hope everyone's ready. We'll be arriving at our destination very shortly.
Why, we've not seen so many visitors ever, really. What is this place now, a tourist attraction? Ah, closer inspection reveals many familiar faces. To what do we...
You surmise.
Why, you... I know.
When did you...
Why, you... Yeah, but didn't...
Who knows? Behold, it's almost...
I'm starting...
We come to you as for
All right, but do you really have a way to answer them? Unless...
You could say so. When you first asked me what determines truth and falsehood, my answer was a liar's soul. Liars are the best at seeing through the falsehoods of the world. But if you want them to...
I think that...
I found it.
Well...
Can you get...
Time. And that's not only the answer to the final question. All things current affairs... You once discussed...
Indeed. This is the most of those.
Turns out this...
You three see...
Prison can... Alone.
It's good to...
Nice.
Should we maybe introduce ourselves, or...
Sure. I'm 𝗕𝗲, the current leader of the Temple of Silence. This is General Mahamatra Sino. And this is the former Spantamad sage, Cyrus. But I'm guessing none of that means a whole lot.
Everything is equally new to us, in truth. We've been gone from this mortal world for longer than you can imagine.
Let's hold off on the introductions for now. We can always ask 𝗕𝗲 about you later. It'll give me something to talk about with my chosen disciple.
You're like a helpless parrot. Gods and people of yore are not necessarily welcome in today's world.
Is that so? Well, I think we'll take it in stride, just as we did with the 3 questions. Let's not...
Fair point.
And I must pray...
I'm sorry?
Why, your tremendous accomplishments deserve a reward, dude.
General...
I won't beat around the bush. Sumeru is facing a crisis the likes of which have never been seen before. And we need your help.
Every calamity throughout the ages...
Whatever is wrong...
The Dendro?
Not up.
You can help us?
Currently...
Besides,
the archaeological...
This is by no means... You asked us to...
What do we think, my
Since you asked...
Naturally what? Are you for or against?
I simply mean You claim that you wish to open Aaru.
We do. We understand the risks involved.
In all likelihood, the mortal world will never again be able to replicate King Deshret's work. Never will there be another chance to come so close to creating a utopia. Knowing this, are you sure of your decision?
We are sure. Before people can dream, they must first live.
If your minds are made up, very well. We shall summon our erstwhile colleagues to discuss this further. Saint 𝗕𝗲, Saint Bennu. Once you surrendered to silence and were buried with King Deshret. But now, we invoke the right to awaken you with our voices.
Saint Bennu. Saint 𝗕𝗲.
Then your trust in my well-being has long outlived...
Al-Akhmar.
You're awake!
Aaru is the...
Sumeru is currently in the midst of a major calamity. Let us not forget that while Al-Akhmar, a god...
I do not... This will no doubts, huh?
Can someone attest? I asked.
Naturally,
What?
it was Thoth's disciples who revealed the truth to us. We need not debate its
Hurry, Chef.
I awakened our former colleague.
What are you trying to say? Is
hypocrite since King Deshret is no more. Remember to take this.
We understand
King
𝗕𝗲 is represented by the great.
What's this? No.
Here, you.
Father.
It's Jet's
I smell.
You.
This meat that the dead. Do not weep for me, Jet. I know you will accomplish many great things in your life. You will go further and climb higher than I ever did. All I ask is that you take good.
Father! Father! Father.
Hey, Jet. Do you want something to eat? Maybe it'll help you feel better.
I'm fine. Thanks, Paimon. It was just a little sudden. The chance to see my father again meant the world to me. He was trapped.
You've grown.
Yeah. I'll leave the past in. Goodbye, Father.
Ah, me, what a touching reunion that was. It seems we did a good deed.
We three retainers, although...
As for your proposed renovations, we cannot determine which functions to keep or discard. Proceed as you see fit, but...
It matters not. The Ibis King shall be accountable if any problems arise. Ibis?
If I'd known...
All of us?
Vilify me no... Using unseen...
Amazing.
With technology...
All right.
Why, yes.
You must be the ones tasked by the Academia with renovating Aaru?
That's right. Good afternoon. I'm 𝗕𝗲, and these two are 𝗕𝗲 and 𝗫𝗫𝗄𝗏. Hey, I'll hate them. Come and introduce yourself.
We've met before. This is Thoth, the Ibis King, and everyone knows these two. Afternoon, gentlemen.
I've only...
No, only...
I wouldn't go back to the most...
The artisan...
I didn't know...
Such... No, that's not what he meant. Please...
I just think it...
Forgive my... Here's a first draft of the project proposal for your perusal. Please let us know if you have any requests. Normally, I'd have made it look a lot more visually appealing, but... we were really pressed for time on this occasion. I hope you'll forgive me if it's a little rough around the edges.
Naturally, naturally.
If my fellow ministers deem this meager display of respect sufficient, I suppose I can consider agreeing to their proposal.
Why are you so preoccupied with the ostentatious displays of respect to Al-Ahmar? We should be trying to make things easy for...
This...
We certainly will.
King
Is that...
Naturally.
Have you noticed...
He understands the art of perfunctory speech. That's what earned him his position as the Minister of Ministers. It seems the rumors about King Deshret being a poor judge of character are baseless after all.
Excuse me for being blunt, but it sounds suspiciously like you're putting yourself on a pedestal and mocking me.
You're mistaken. And while there's nothing strictly wrong with making every conversation about yourself, it's not exactly a positive tendency either.
You? Whatever. I knew it'd be like this working with you. All right, let me past. I need to look at this console.
It's your job to activate it after all. Let's begin. Everyone, please proceed with the external checks and preparations at...
Hello there, youngsters.
Whoa, the Ibis King came to life.
What do you mean, came to life? I've been alive the whole time.
You did say we could start our research, right? Are you having second thoughts now?
I've reviewed the proposal. The work you're planning to carry out on this grand device is ambitious in its scope. You have ample confidence in your abilities, I take it?
I wouldn't say I'm feeling hugely confident, but given how bad things are, I'd rather at least try something than sit around waiting to die.
You are the top scholars of your day. I trust you are aware that there are countless links between Aru and the Akasha?
Aru and the Akasha? But... I thought the Akasha was the Academia's greatest technological accomplishment, created years ago by the Dendro Archon to help her people access knowledge.
And you too? You've an
It used to... if the man...
What?
Ah, but
I'm from...
Precisely. And a large... I may as well... Then it was all the great changes... So, the Akasha...
Well, if... no,
Perhaps you...
You know what it...
Yeah, yes. Still...
Because it was in the beginning what he desired, she bestowed. And thus was knowledge brought into the world. And that, at that time, since, remember, in the end, Aru was...
So the point you could see this...
You have to be kept. Love is this... All right, let us pause. Who's in charge?
Yes.
Now then. Wisdom, by the power...
Where did this...
Just as the... This is... Whether you...
Turn around.
So that's where the elevator... Obelisks were used to record important information in the ancient desert civilization. Hey, 𝗕𝗲, there's some writing here I'll need you to decipher. I've sent it to your screen. Do you see it?
Got it. It's a little blurry, but I should manage.
Take a look and tell me what it says.
Let's start. Looks like...
Words thrown...
Well, as long as you're certain that this is strictly private information, that's fine.
It is unimportant.
All right, well, I guess I'll start now. Found some more. Sending them over to you now.
These are all reports about the 𝗤𝗲𝗀 conflict.
Can we delete them?
I'd say so. Most of this information has already been archived anyway.
What if there are details in there that 𝗲𝗀 missed? What are we supposed to do if they come after us in the future?
They'll just have to live with it. If we don't resolve these issues now, there won't even be an academia in the future, let alone a 𝗲𝗀 Darshan.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, done. There's some other similar monuments nearby. I'll check them out. Another monument.
Hold on.
You're still reading it? How long is it?
It records the development and governance of the Oasis civilization. Most of it concerns the Jinn, but it also contains records left by the artisans who built Aaru.
Is it important?
Some of it. There was no way for me to read the whole thing in its entirety, so I had to rely on my intuition to pick the parts worth keeping.
What about the artisans' records? What do they mention?
They're speculations, mostly. For instance, they were wondering how to protect themselves if King Deshret decided to silence them after the construction of Aaru was complete.
Sounds like pure mythology to me. Surely that kind of thing didn't really happen.
The records do emphasize that this was merely their conjecture based on various myths. Still, the artisans did leave details of their plans to survive, including blueprints for their escape route.
Even that got recorded? Okay, well, I'll make a copy of this first before I delete it.
Is that truly necessary? You won't be needing those.
No, the blueprints are important. I want to keep them as a memento. I think that should just about do it.
It meets the requirements of the contingency plans, so we should be good.
I gotta say, it's the strangest feeling, this cross between reality and the intangible. It's like drifting between life and death, or in and out of a dream, using my own hands to manipulate illusions that are forever out of reach.
Chasing dreams in the most literal sense. Definitely a novel experience.
What happens if my spirit just floats away?
That won't happen. Anyway, I wouldn't celebrate just yet if I were you. There's likely to be a phase 2 of this project.
All right. I'd better keep my wits about me then. It's good to get out and stretch your legs once in a while. People aren't made to stay cooped up inside all the time. Where's my key? Not again. My latest design's getting there, but there's still room for improvement. Better make my finishing touches before the deadline creeps up. The ability to appreciate beauty is an important virtue.
Traveler from afar, do you worry for the fate of Sumeru as well?
Whoa! It's so big the Crocodile King!
Greetings,
Please.
Sounds like you really care about her.
Yes. Oh,
Speaking of Nahida,
wait a moment.
what
I tried calling out to... This can only mean...
Oh my god!
Are you aware of the history between her and... At the end of the Dendro Dragon despised King Deshret, yet he outwitted her. Rather than bringing disaster to the Dendro Dragon stands for the glory, and so her willingness to help the Dendro Archon.
Yep.
So lesser as much.
Yeah, that's...
She is all of this.
We'll keep... Anyway, how much longer do you think Nahida needs to stay with the Pep? For all we... I'm alright. Huh? Was that Nahida's voice?
It seems that...
Since when do my deeds require your evaluation?
Here will do just fine.
I had no intention of taking you any further. One ought not expect greater generosity than they have earned.
You always hide your kindness away like an oasis within a sandstorm. Only those who make it through the swirling winds can know just how beautiful that oasis is, and how much hope it brings.
You dare appraise my being?
No, I'm expressing my gratitude. I want to thank you for sharing your precious life force with me.
Awake already? You are more resilient than I thought.
Pep. I feel much better. Thank you.
Gods and their gratitude mean little to me. I would rather you give me your assurance that the situation with Irminsul and Sumeru's ley lines will be competently managed. If I suffer any ill effects from the ley lines, you, as the god of this land, will be held responsible. And you would not enjoy being held to account by me.
I understand what you require, but I would assume this task even if you did not demand it. Sumeru is my responsibility. I must resume my duties as soon as possible.
A farcical notion. God of Sumeru, I hope you realize how unextraordinary your strength is.
And yet, maybe it is precisely what defines me. A god of wisdom is not meant to rule by force.
Then hold steady. We go forth.
Well, I'll be. Is that a pep? Do my eyes deceive me? Of all places, the Dendro Dragon has decided to visit the mausoleum of King Deshret?
I see that after all this time, 𝗕𝗲 menagerie of ministers remain as vile as ever.
It's a pleasure, Dendro Dragon. Had you arrived but a little sooner, you might have attended a meeting of the Seven Pillars.
What a nauseating thought. You are not the first insects I have had the displeasure of dealing with today. A swarm of them tugged on my tail on my way over. Goodness knows what hovels they crawled from. Why do all the creatures of this world remain so lowly after all this time?
What did you do with them?
I cast them away. What would you have me do? Keep them as trinkets? 𝗲𝗲, this is where we shall part ways. To be clear, I do not wish to see you or anyone else here ever again, unless absolutely necessary.
Then I wish you peace as you return to your dwelling place.
It matters not to me. Simply refrain from bothering me.
A force to be reckoned.
Hold on, just hold on, okay? We're almost there. We made it. Huh? Wait, that voice. It's... Uh-oh, I'm gonna fall. Well, that's a relief.
The Dendro Archon's from...
Huh? Wait, obviously I was worried about the Dendro Archon. I've been supporting them with my 𝗲𝗨 powers the whole way he... Oh, he seemed pretty nervous. Is it because there are too many people around? Not just people. It's all these non-human beings, too. I can't believe you made such a long and dangerous journey just for my sake. I'll have to ask everyone to wait while I help our new arrival settle in. Traveler, Paimon, shall we find a place for our... Awesome! Let's go! Well, first I have some questions. Okay, I think that covers everything. Thank you. We can get going now. It's only... It must be very... Everyone's here. Good. Are you okay? Then you're forgetting who I am. Don't underestimate. Red flag. Oh, excuse me. Are you comparing me to Paimon? I suppose everyone is gathered here I can't think. I can help too. Up to no good. Traveler, Paimon. I have other... No problem? Thank you. There's one other thing. If you are to work alone... There's nothing to fear. No one here will hurt you. But if you... Very well. Do not fear. We... Everyone's here.
Dendroark.
Are you...
I'm doing very... I see. It's just... I regret...
Alas. What about non...
Are you saying...
Desperate time...
Too slow.
Hey! We're here!
Ah, it's you. The Aranar...
Give it...
Miss Nefer. As a...
Not one that...
Let's say...
I like the set.
Given that you...
I take it...
Yes.
Any initials?
Limiting the scope... The Aranara saw 2 people talking, but currently we only have 1 suspect. The other person was probably just a messenger, and in all likelihood has already left Caravan Rebot.
Everyone is heading for the desert per the evacuation order. Anyone willing to turn back at this stage is almost certainly with the 𝗏𝗏.
There's no way it was a spur-of-the-moment we need to...
Sounds like... I see. Your suspicions are well-founded.
So far...
Then let's get...
And you're...
I'm certain. Sino, stay out of sight.
Understood.
Excellent. Darker skin, scars, frequents the desert and has ample combat experience. Nothing unusual about how he dresses or acts. What's that he's looking at? A coin. Interesting. Could that be how his contact paid him? Conveniently discreet for someone trying to hide any unexplained income. And yet it could be highly valuable. Sorry to bother you. Has everyone here already left? I don't suppose you happen to see a lady wearing a hat?
Ma'am, what are you doing in Caravan Rebot all by yourself? The main group evacuated some time ago. Didn't you pass them on the road?
My friend and I lost some of our cargo along the way. I didn't want to miss out on potential...
Forgive me for...
Sure.
Yes,
I understand.
Hey, wait! They left a good while ago now.
That would...
Hey, let's not...
All right.
No need for that. I'm strong enough for both of us.
Okay. Well, I wish there was some way I could repay you. Guess it's my lucky day.
You're not wrong there.
I suppose I can tell you, since you've been such a big help. But...
Oh, really?
We're in the antiques business. You understand?
Ah, well, ma'am.
I'm all ears.
I'm sure that...
Pure gold. It has no... Surely... I understand.
As it happens.
Sure.
This evacuation was a huge operation. They needed a few people to stay behind and tie up loose ends. And I ended up being one of them. You're lucky you ran into us in time.
I certainly am.
Hands where I can see them.
General Mahamatra! No, wait! What are you doing?
This is the coin? Good. Sadly, you won't have the chance to spend it.
Nicely done. Looks like Sumeru's Matra are a well-oiled machine nowadays.
Unmarked gold coins are quite difficult to trace. Thanks to you, we have secured the evidence. Here's what's gonna happen. Southeast from here, leeward side of the hill. That's where he's meeting his contact.
Great work. Candace tells me your interrogation skills are highly effective.
Hers are quickly catching up. She's improved a lot in recent years. Looks like it's over to you for the next step.
Because I'm quickest on my feet?
Because you know how to trail a target. Plus, it'll be easier to monitor their activity from the air.
Fine. I'll be quick.
One more thing. The Traveler just brought a message from the Dendro Archon. Once you're done with this, we're to meet up at the mausoleum of King Deshret.
Got it. Will do.
Are you sure you'll be okay on your own?
Gee, I don't know. Maybe you should come with me.
Okay. Then Paimon's coming with you.
Really? You do know this is a stealth operation, right? Meaning, you have to be quiet? Paimon, are you sure about this?
Well, Paimon at least wants to give it a shot. Like everyone says, if you never try, you'll never know. Besides, being the best guide in Teyvat has to count for something.
Fine. Join me if you want.
No need!
Good. Then what are we waiting for?
Ah! Coming!
The wind rises. upon the...
Hey, guy! Wait up! Hey, slow down, will ya?
We're here. Now we wait.
Okay, yeah, cool. Cool.
What's on your mind, Paimon?
Huh? Oh, nothing?
I thought all you cared about besides being a guide was food and sleep. Why the sudden urge to go on a dangerous mission?
What's that supposed to mean? Paimon's been on plenty of dangerous missions before.
But never on your own. You hardly ever leave the traveler's side. Just saying, I'm kind of at loose ends right now. So if you did want to share, I suppose I'd have to listen. If not, suit yourself. Makes no difference to me.
Hat guy? Do you think Paimon is useless?
What? Where's that coming from?
When we were in Notcry, Paimon suddenly realized something. Even though Paimon's with a traveler every single day, whenever we face real danger, she can't do anything to help. Paimon doesn't get like this very often. She just got really scared when the traveler got kidnapped that time. What if he never came back? What would Paimon do then? And the more Paimon thought about it, the more useless she felt. But Paimon doesn't want to be a burden. Paimon wants to be a friend who's actually useful. Does that make any sense? You know, that feeling of just being completely useless and... Oh. Paimon probably sounds so ridiculous right now.
You asked the right person. Boy, do I know that feeling.
Oh, hat guy.
I'm not gonna try and encourage you. What I will say is this. When you start doubting yourself, you have two choices. Give up or change. You have to make the decision to move forward. Otherwise, no amount of consultation from other people is gonna help you. So ask yourself, what do you want? To get stronger? To learn more? Whatever it is, go do it. You won't have any regrets if you can at least say that you tried.
Alright.
Something's not right. Shouldn't they be here by now? Paimon, is it just me? Or is it a little too quiet around here?
Should Paimon take a look?
We'll give it another hour. If nothing happens, we head back.
Okay. How strange. What is it? Did you think of something?
Something feels off about this whole situation, but I can't quite explain why. We know for sure that the guy Sinocot had something set up, yet somehow his contact is a no-show. That's the problem.
Even though the
𝗕cie as for...
there have been times...
I must... You appear...
Oh no! Don't worry, Paimon. It worked. The Sumeru has undergone tremendous change. I too...
Then what do you suggest?
We take all the Sumerus...
Though Allah... Not to mention that it was the people of Sumeru who released us. Now then,
the brightest...
Correct. Irminsul has after the heaven. Since then, as the to that, I made sure. I still believe that someone has actively invaded Irminsul. But rather than taking any of the pathways I referred to, the intruder chose instead to utilize the most direct route. And the only one that cannot be protected against. By entering
I see what you...
That's right.
Please. Defense...
After...
I'm sure you...
But the people of...
And this...
Yes. While I'm at the scholar and for to rise to reclaim...
Human wit...
Together...
By the way...
Well... Tighnari! What is that?
Is this Irminsul? How did this happen? What's going on inside?
Luckily, we managed to evacuate everyone.
What in the world was that? That was terrifying!
Oh my. I understand now, 𝗲𝗲𝗏𝗏. You make yourself quite clear indeed.
Not once over the millennia has Irminsul been so terribly afflicted as this.
Please continue, 𝗲𝗲𝗏.
Irminsul's root system is what comprises the ley lines. In the past, it has always been hidden away, going unseen by the general populace. But now, an evil intruder is making it reveal itself. It has become a tree of unbridled greed. A clear sign that a deranged experiment has advanced to a new stage.
Blasphemy. From where I stand, an experiment in the name of blasphemy sounds right. But if we are to honor 𝗏𝗏's will, this is what we must do.
The birth of this tree proves to me beyond doubt that this incident is connected to him. But to explain the situation in full, there is someone I need to tell you about.
Zandik.
But didn't 𝗏𝗏 die and not cry? He must still have loyal followers amongst the 𝗏𝗏i. Even so, I'm still unclear as to how he has been able to wield such a profound influence over Irminsul.
I can confirm that 𝗏𝗏i forces have arrived in Sumeru City. Furthermore, Irminsul seems to be undergoing some kind of mutation. Evil branches are beginning to grow. Things that do not belong to this world are slowly but surely materializing. Sorry, I couldn't—
A baleful tree climbing up into the heavens.
Speaking of 𝗏𝗏, I have some information on that front as well. I didn't think it was wise to state this out in the open. But my theory is, the mole wasn't cut off after he was caught. They wrote him off from the beginning.
You mean, the 𝗏𝗏i never intended to follow through with him? Then why plant a mole at all?
It's hardly a conventional strategy, and the rationale behind it is pretty twisted. But as it happens, I know someone who works exactly this way. And when it comes down to it, his goals are very simple. He just wants to confuse people, so they can't figure out what he's up to. He's been a collaborator of 𝗏𝗏i's from the outset. That fact alone confirms that 𝗏𝗏i is involved with this somehow.
There is still much to be done. Everyone.
As per the discussions, Mr. Alhay—
We'll give it The plan looks feasible, but the
General Mahama—
No problem.
This kind of thing is best left to the fleet-footed.
If it's efficiency or—
Following up on the—
Yep, that—
Got it.
You can count on— Will do!
Rest assured.
Dia.
You bet.
Good.
Poor Tighnari.
Hey, don't try and—
All it says to—
Exactly.
Finally, once that, the Eternal—
Regarding your trip, so regretfully, we won't be able to give the Pyro Archon 𝗲𝗏𝗏 the grand
No point.
Right.
Don't worry about us. Yes. I believe in my— well—
To what extent we can implement the final plan depends on how successfully the Akasha can be modified and configured. And to make sure the configuration works, Aru will also need some...
Yeah, no surprises there.
Once we roll this still leaves us...
We'll need a supply of... Time is not...
The Aru merge and... As discussed, Mr. Sethos is quite familiar with the layout of King Deshret's mausoleum. With him accompanying them, things should go quite smoothly.
I have every confidence. In the meantime, we may as well take a breather.
Makes sense. There's not much we can do until the materials are...
Get information and stay close.
What is this, boot camp?
It's just Sino being...
Everyone clear on our mission objective. Look at the excess...
And King Desh...
If they're just sitting there doing...
Excuse me? Move or be moved!
Your sins weigh upon your soul!
Unsightly insects! The wind rises!
Way ahead of you!
Squall and Fury!
Nowhere to run! Excuse me? Sage's wisdom! Way ahead of you! Nowhere to run!
Through me, justice is served!
Surrender! Empty space! Cry louder! Behold!
Squall and Fury!
Nowhere to run! Excuse me, wretched vermin! Behold! Empty space! Surrender!
Your sins weigh upon your soul!
Guilty!
These devices should still be usable even though they're broken down. Let's take them back for the others to review.
rises.
Know your place. Move or be moved. Give me some space.
Behold! Too slow. Quit following me.
Nowhere to run. Excuse me. Move to Al-Akbar.
How many do we need again?
Enough to make an
I remember you telling.
The academia declared the Akasha to be the most powerful and comprehensive wisdom dissemination.
Certainly sounds impressive.
Neither Hat Guy nor I have ever had an Akasha terminal.
Well, if it all goes to plan, that's about to change.
Oh, goody! Thank you so much for handling the delivery. What a long way it was. I'm well aware.
Oh, trust me. I'm patting myself on the back for my assembly work here. But will you really be needing all of this?
According to our plan, yes, this is the quantity required. I have no complaints about the quality.
I heard you covered a lot of the funding.
Oh, that's an exact... Of course, the real tragedy is how little profit I'm making on this. You know, it's a serious...
It's really quite a beautiful design. And I'm intrigued by how such a
Did you attend the lecture on Light Realm?
Of course I attended. I was just a little late, so I had to listen to the whole thing from outside the back. Anyway, I have a perfectly good understanding of...
Good to know. Master told me in private.
Oh, well, you can't...
At first, the Dendro Archon was to protect someone from such dangers means keeping them in the dark. But for someone to know and embody the wisdom within, they must understand it's an information hazard. We're exposed to danger. A tricky problem.
What do you mean?
Ah, I get it. For instance, you and I share secret knowledge, while she and I take on the risks of life, death, and fate. Something like that?
Hey, what? That is not what I call a...
Well, as they often say in Vahumana, an event that is monumental to the individual is negligible in the grand scheme of history. Generally, the fate of the individual is an insignificant affair.
Being from Amorta, where the subject of our research tends to be a lot more personal.
When the same secret is shared with a group of people, the same fate binds them together. Most people would find this unimaginable, but to us scholars, this is the path that has always beckoned to us.
Sharing knowledge is a good way to fight against fate. I will always believe in that. All right. I think that's everything.
Thanks a lot. But don't go anywhere just yet. I'll still be needing you to calibrate the equipment.
Okay, the materials are ready. We can proceed with the next phase. 𝗕𝗲, how are you getting along?
Most of the information in Aru is written in ancient desert scripts. Some of this is written in a tribal language, while other parts seem to be a variant of an Oasis script, based on the glyph forms.
Oh. Not lost to history, I hope.
Some are. All we can do is infer the meaning based on the rules of related languages. Although, this section actually fills in some of the missing historical record. I'm transcribing it so we can bring it back to the academia.
After Aru started up, 2 more lines of text appeared here. Can you read them?
Humans may not read what is written by the gods, except by not reading. Victory should not be easy to attain, for it symbolizes divine wisdom. Knowledge must not waver, for it has external borders.
Is this a clue to solving a puzzle? Or is it being symbolic? You can't read it unless you don't read it. Victory is wisdom. Knowledge is confined by borders. Wait, I think I've got it. It's a metaphor, isn't it? It's talking about...
a chessboard.
You were right. The youth of today are skilled at solving riddles.
Have the secrets buried in the desert not been unearthed over the years all the same? Since Aaru is a place reachable through wisdom, this day was bound to come sooner or later.
Oh, I've always been against overly cryptic sentences. Don't you get tired of reading and writing all that?
Ah, it's you three. Just in time. We've been delving deep into Aaru, and now this board has appeared.
I've heard this was how you'd while away your free hours.
It is true.
Is this...
Naturally. Visitors?
1 second.
Dangerous?
I should be the one to go, then.
Sounds like the self-confidence of our...
Don't be
Besides, I'm sure they won't let things get out of hand. Keeping things relative...
Fair enough. I mean, you got...
Ah, but Bennu said he wanted to...
Thank you. This doesn't seem...
No, you must enter the board and pass the trials we have placed there.
Ready?
Let's do it.
The first trial is posed by me.
I don't think this is gonna stop us.
Ah, but the key to this game lies in working together. Otherwise, you will be deemed to have broken the rules.
Looks like it's up to me. Marak, can you open it?
King Deshret's favorite primal construct. Living on in suitcase form, of all things. Amusing.
Ho-ho! Excellent work. Now is the time for my trial. Now, don't be nervous. I'll make it nice and easy for you.
Really?
Thanks in advance. We appreciate it.
Ibis King, don't you think this all rather inappropriate? You may as well be handing them victory on a silver platter. Do not expect me to follow your lead.
Ha! Suit yourself.
𝗕𝗲𝗄, what are you thinking?
If you don't want to wait, you're free to leave.
I never wanted to wait in the first place! Chessboard gave me no choice.
If you say so. Strange time to catch up on sleep.
I'm not sleeping, I'm thinking! It's not that simple, you know.
Done.
Finally. It's over. But seriously, that was incredible! Standing on the chessboard felt completely different from standing on solid ground. And also... Oh, sorry. I'll save my thoughts for later. Thanks to the three of you for helping us out with this. Is it just me, or were you giving us quite a lot of guidance along the way?
We made but a humble contribution.
You lived up to our expectations. Bravo! Our aid was not given for naught.
In addition to the existing functions, I'd like to ask you for another favor. Since Aru's interference shield can cover the entirety of the mausoleum,
so
imagine for a moment.
I agree.
Me, oh my!
Naturally.
Time to go! Let's go find Nahida! There you are. Miss Nicole, she said... Oh, she is. Well...
This should be one of the closest places to Natlan in all of Sumeru. There's the barrier Nicole and Nefer mentioned. It completely cuts this nation off from the others. But why? Why separate you from the rest of the world now, specifically? And if I'm not mistaken, Irminsul was polluted once before, wasn't it?
I'm wondering the same thing myself.
That voice. 𝗕𝗫, you got here pretty quickly.
Hello, traveler. It's been a while.
Hello there.
Hello, ARCON.
𝗕𝗫, I apologize for asking you to meet at the border on such short notice. I also apologize for not being able to greet you in person. The form in which you see me now is one carried by the Traveler. The real me is inside the mausoleum of King Deshret, and I am reaching out to you with my mind from here. Irminsul has been infiltrated by the Doctor. We must be on our guard, as he can spy on information in the world from within the tree. Fortunately, there is no record of the Traveler in Irminsul, and you are still within Natlan's borders.
My records will be preserved in the Night Kingdom, rather than the ley lines. As long as the Night Kingdom remains disconnected from the ley line cycle, the Doctor has no way of knowing my movements.
Exactly.
So by meeting each other in this way, the meeting essentially never happened. No wonder Paimon didn't come. You were concerned that her activity would be recorded by Irminsul. The Natlanese have heard about the situation in Sumeru. With the borders sealed off, merchants have been forced to stop their shipments. It's pretty serious, and you're the ones bearing the brunt of it.
I'd like to address the question you raised at the beginning. I can offer a brief explanation, although it will sound rather cruel. I don't reach this conclusion gladly, but Irminsul predates the Heavenly Principles. It existed long ago, when the dragons of Natlan were at the height of their power. So even when the people of Sumeru became ill because of pollution, it was not a critical issue from the perspective of Irminsul itself. As long as it continues to function normally, the barrier will not be activated. But this time, the Doctor's invasion has directly affected the tree. That is what caused the barrier to deploy. The Heavenly Principles established a rule that when Irminsul is plunged into grave danger, a portion of power will be reserved to isolate Sumeru. That way, even if Sumeru is destroyed, the outside world at least has some time to catch its breath.
We'd certainly need it.
The Heavenly Principles created almost everything that exists in Teyvat today. To them, preserving the existence of the world and its inhabitants takes priority over protecting Sumeru.
Meaning, protecting Sumeru now falls to you.
Yes. My own power may be limited, especially compared to yours. But that doesn't mean that we're just gonna sit around and wait for the end. If necessary, I will utilize any and every means at my disposal.
Nicole of the Hexen Circle didn't say exactly what this meeting was about. But after hearing everything you've said so far, I think I can guess where this is going.
That's right. Nahida and I discussed it at length. We both know how presumptuous this is, but...
You need the Pyronosis, don't you?
Yes, you guessed correctly. Originally, I only intended to borrow it, but the situation is far graver than I foresaw. So instead, what I ask of you is to please give the Pyronosis to Sumeru.
Why do you sound so nervous? There's no need to be shy.
Surely a gnosis is pretty important to a god.
I guess, but it's not as if losing it would suddenly render us powerless. But I'm sure you don't need me to tell you that. With all the nations you've traveled to, and all the gods you've met, you must have realized that by now. As far as I'm concerned, a gnosis is basically an elemental energy enhancer. But I don't usually use it. You know me. I like to think I'm pretty strong without it.
Yeah, not about to dispute that.
So you see? You don't need to sweat it. Here, take the pyronosis.
Huh? Just like that?
Uh-huh. Just like that. To tell the truth, I've always toyed with the idea of giving it to someone who needs it more than I do. I know you accompanied Nahida here to try and increase the chance of success. It's a good thing you did, because your involvement is one of the main reasons you've managed to persuade me.
Are you sure about this? Handing over your Gnosis just because of me?
I won't try to quantify it, but trust me. Handing over the Gnosis to 𝗕ecie is far from the craziest idea I could think of. Besides, even if you hadn't come here personally, I think I still would have agreed to Nahida's request. Irminsul doesn't just affect Sumeru. It impacts all of Teyvat. I know all too well how difficult it can be to protect the things you care about. So logically, morally, or however you want to cut it, helping you is the right thing to do. You don't need to tell me the specifics of your plan. Where the Gnosis is involved, the tighter the secrecy, the higher your chances of success.
Marika, my heartfelt thanks go to you and the people of Natlan.
Don't mention it. But now for the hard part. How do I actually give it to you? The Irminsul barrier is right in the way.
I have an idea.
Just as I thought.
Incredible. What did you do?
Just made a lucky guess. This seems to happen quite a lot. Things that apply to everyone else don't seem...
Is that right? You catch.
Whoa! Thank you, Mawika. Thank you for trusting us with something so important.
All right. No need to get so formal. It's not like we're strangers. Besides, there's still one problem. You might be able to pass through the barrier, but I don't know about the Gnosis. Any other surprises for us, Traveler?
Let me try something. I have the Pyronosis in my hand. It feels strangely ordinary. Not particularly heavy. I need to think hard about my memories of Pyro. My memories of journeying through Natlan. All those important experiences I've had.
The Gnosis disappeared. Traveler, are you alright?
I'm fine. The Pyronosis disappeared into my body. Just like... phlogiston.
Maybe it resonates with you because you've mastered the power of phlogiston. You might not be recorded in the ley lines, but you're still our 𝗕cie.
Whew.
Please allow me to express my gratitude once.
Pleasure. Well, I've given you all the help.
We won't let you down.
Yeah.
Traveler, Paimon. Paimon's... Of course.
I'm doing all right. What about you, Nahida? How are you holding up?
With the negative effects of Irminsul, I am a bit like a piece of fruit that's been burrowed into by hungry insects and left to rot. I'd be lying if I said it was nothing. But please don't worry. We all know what we're getting into, and we've prepared as well as we can. I believe in everyone. I believe in you. And I believe in myself. Stoking the fire inside oneself is certain...
Me too.
I think there's someone else here who would share that sentiment.
Don't worry about what.
What are you talking?
Says who?
I don't know.
It shows that you feel comfortable laying down your burdens in our presence. And we feel exactly the same way.
It's finally done. Ugh, but I have a nagging feeling that there's something I've forgotten. Oh, there. Okay, fair enough.
You must really be exhausted.
Well, it's...
When work at?
Yeah, we're definitely due a break. Here, this one's for you.
Thanks.
You wanna...
Are you nervous? Because everything that happens next is beyond my individual control.
What do you mean?
There's only so much.
Was it like...
You mean with it?
So the enemy...
If your memory is so vivid, you might also...
I came for a...
What do I think? I think we're certainly...
It's good having me around to help out, huh?
Absolutely. As a citizen of Sumeru, you displayed a remarkable sense of responsibility in the face of disaster.
Certainly feels that way. I just shudder to think how the world would have ended up if we hadn't gotten control of the situation. So, do you think this is what impending disaster looks like? The sky is so clear, and there isn't a whiff of decay or destruction in the air. It's hard to imagine that the fall of humanity could happen on an ordinary day.
Awful thing. What you and I have done is increase our...
Lofty ideals may provide no Oh, I hope...
It will.
It's...
I think...
Ugh.
Look at the time. I should head back.
Wait.
Have we?
Not exactly.
Oh.
You recognize?
The clues in the name?
Fair point. Well, I could ask you this.
Well...
Did you find the...
Honestly, it was tedious and uneventful at first. But eventually, I think I did sense some profound truths. But they also brought a lot of suffering with them. I was told that I even shed tears while I was meditating, though I have no idea why. Sorry. I hope I'm not scaring you.
Not at all. It just proves you're very accomplished in your research. Good night. I wish you all the best for tomorrow.
Thank you, sir. You too.
Too bad we've got a fight tomorrow. I could really do with a stiff drink.
Let us pray instead.
Prayer. How nostalgic.
Lord 𝗕cie came to get some fresh air too, did ya?
That's right. Actually, I was hoping I might run into you, Dia. I wanted to let you...
No, really?
Surprise!
That's very generous of you, Lord
Nope. Remember that merchant caravan you two rescued in the desert last month? That was transporting my goods!
No way! I had no idea that was your shipment.
Lord Sung...
Sure, but...
That's how Nefer shows that she cares. She wishes for all of us.
It must be hard. Does...
Defending one's home is a just cause.
Anger.
Just taking a walk.
Yes, Mr.
Come on. Oh. That's right. I see her.
Agreed.
I spoke with some... my lady. What are you praying?
Our belief.
I
pray for the safe return of all my companions.
King 𝗕șret.
I have not felt this way in a long time. Standing up high, gazing out at the rolling dunes. One cannot know what freedom truly means without first losing it.
The golden slumber, true
Dendro Arc.
I was...
What kind?
Soon as... What are the...
The biggest...
Yes. Although, I must...
What we declare...
Nahida! Just in time.
Ready when you are.
We're here... Miss Nicole! Miss Nicole! You run...
Sorry.
Lesser Lord Kusanali? The equipment... As discussed during our meeting...
Accessing Irminsul via the Akasha is no longer feasible at this stage. There are other options, it's just... they're a little more extreme, and more technologically demanding to implement. Maybe you should take it from here.
The architecture and functionality of the Akasha terminals overlap considerably with Aru. There is reasonable evidence to suggest that one was developed based on the other, or that they both utilize technology of the same origin. As long as the transplant and merge operation succeeds, Aru should theoretically work on a scale greater than the Akasha and approximately equal to Irminsul. It will become the largest active computing device in all of 𝗕vatt. A system this powerful is capable of a lot of different things. In the past, the Akasha was primarily used for one-way information transmission, but I suspect it could also serve as a central bridging hub. In the pursuit of greater knowledge, some scholars have attempted to connect their consciousness to Irminsul through the use of terminals, incense, and meditation.
Correct. In academic language, scholars who reach that stage are said to have entered Satyavada life. 𝗕𝗵𝗱 has performed this practice many times in the past, and she was once under my care for a period of time.
Right. And this at least proves that there is a zone within Irminsul that can be connected to.
That's right. Providing wisdom to the people is one of the very reasons for Irminsul's existence. I think I understand where you're going. Please, continue.
In that case, I'll skip to the conclusion then. We need to further modify Aru, merge it with the Akasha, manufacture terminals, and distribute them to every single person we can reach.
Every person? Even the desert folk?
Yes, everyone.
I've already calculated the amount of raw materials we need.
So you mean we're going to get new Akasha terminals?
Yes.
When we we've checked
everyone in...
Since this, but by experience under norm, thus... Counting down. 3, 2, 1. Are you ready? Ready! People sought knowledge, they turned to the Tree of Wisdom. Today, we use it to save Sumeru and the whole world. These boughs that nurtured learning must must not become tools for destroying the world.
Stop. Please stop. End this transformation.
You would shut down Irminsul just to stop me? You fools. I have all the time in the world.
Success! The evil Irminsul tree has stopped growing!
Great.
What a display of true courage! The courage to think and the courage to act! I never thought I would witness the shutdown of Irminsul.
Indeed.
What was once...
I am grateful. Now I'll need...
How might we...
I need to reach the Eternal Oasis immediately. Right now?
In that case...
Never. How could I? You misjudge me. I just wanted to show you another way you can use it. Connect to...
𝗕cie 𝗦𝗃𝗃? You mean...
𝗕cie... In other words...
Transfer in...
We haven't heard a single word from our spy in the desert. I'm afraid he might have been captured.
Never mind.
But we spent years turning him. And a lot of Mora.
Nothing comes for free in this world, but the loss is not without its purpose. For a small price, we have wasted a precious amount of the limited time they have. Quite a bargain, if you ask me.
Understood.
Weighing profit against loss is a necessary part of life. But to tell the truth, I have been operating at a loss since this all began. Since many centuries ago, in fact. For instance, why would a banker act as the executor of a will? If you hadn't deposited your personal belongings at Northland Bank, I would have no reason to be here right now. Dottore, I've placed your final data backup into the ley lines as per our contract. I trust we are now square for the safe deposit fees you paid.
Is it not a little petty to split hairs like this, given our amicable relationship?
I consider sound bookkeeping a matter of principle.
Do not forget that you only live to see this day thanks to me. In fact, every day of your life since you met me, you've been living on borrowed time.
Why, that's hardly a fair assessment. I will concede that my survival was perhaps at your whim, but I became a harbinger on my own merits. Managing money is not like other professions. Mine is not a role I could have acquired based on your recommendation alone, and certainly not one I could have lasted so long in without genuine ability.
The information stored in the ley lines is quite comprehensive. Rest assured, I have not forgotten how strong your pride is. Well, I presume you have no sense of fragmentation while talking with me?
How could anything possibly go wrong with such strict measures in place? The remainder of your soul was split in two, with one half sent to 𝗕𝗲 and the other stored in the most secure vault of the Northland Bank. Though I must say, your disdain for the other segments is quite amusing. Zandik is you, and you are Zandik. Zandik created the segments, yet you, a segment yourself, reject him.
That is, Zandik, created segments of various ages in his later years. To achieve this, he had to freeze time and part with a portion of his soul. But as constructive as it sounds, it erases my uniqueness. If each segment is equally me, then by the same token, none of them are truly me. A soul living forever in the past inevitably holds different views than he did in his later years. The same thing that completes me also restricts me. You too might ask yourself which stage of your life you want to be preserved at. The day your business failed? Or the day you were framed by a gang and sold off to a medical lab as a test subject?
We needn't dredge up the past.
This undesirable plan was eventually scrapped. Lesser Lord Kusanali was quite right. I needed an opportunity to eliminate myself. And after that, I concluded that there was no more effective plan than directly splitting the soul. Once the soul is transferred out, you will find that creating a physical body is far simpler than creating a puppet.
The other half of your soul suffered a crushing defeat in 𝗕𝗲, you know.
And yet in the process, I obtained the information I always wanted, did I not? Because now we finally know where the best testing ground truly lies.
I once thought your ultimate goal was to ascend to godhood. But as it turns out, that was merely one of your experiments.
Experiments take many forms. Most people are too eager for success, too fixated on the end goal. They forget that the experimental process itself is just as important. A suspiciously vacant seat, a new face. I trust you can put two and two together. The reason it doesn't exist is because someone tampered with the record.
What can I say? After all your efforts, you really did uncover the world's secrets. So, is the new world you promised a lie?
No, it never was. I am glad to be able to control Ermin's soul from within. Now I shall attempt to create a new world inside the existing one. Almost everyone faces the prospect of death, but not a single person has ever been able to experiment unrestrained in the afterlife through sheer force of will. I am the only one to have overcome this enormous challenge. Would I not be letting the world down if I didn't make the most of the opportunity to experiment?
Clearly, the dividing of your soul did not affect the magnitude of your ego. Out of all the versions of you that have ever existed, this you is the most insane and the most radical.
Is that why you chose to work with me? Which was it then? My insanity? Or my radicalism?
Could I call myself a venture capitalist without a suitably ambitious plan to invest in? Yours happened to fit the bill quite perfectly.
Well then, I must say, while I am surprised enough that you showed up at all, what surprises me more is that you chose to present yourself as my former subordinate, and not as the banker Pantalone.
Why make things harder than they need to be? Exposing my true identity in a situation like this would only serve to destroy. Showing up and then, as for what?
I'd argue that, is it not?
Especially for...
Let's not pretend.
Is it really?
Of course not.
Regreater, sir.
How strange. Well,
they're coming.
But even so, I would say Ermin's soul is a wonderfully convenient thing on the whole. If you do manage to create a new world, perhaps you could plant one outside my office, too.
I'll consider it.
What do you need me to do? Stall them?
The experiment will take time. Stall...
Very well. Have you heard this? He pleaded. Many suns and moons passed. Seasons changed,
Are you suggesting I worship you as a god? Or were you hoping that I might confess my sins to you?
Certainly not the latter. Isn't it a little too early to be saying goodbye? Not that I wish to keep you from your business, of course. Very well. Let's leave the conversation there for now.
The power of King Deshret's 7 pillars is...
Yeah, sets us up for a much easier...
I wonder how many people can say they stormed a city.
I was just thinking that.
This is my first time here, actually.
I hope this... Does everyone have to chime in?
What an
A lot.
You wish for your gauntlet. Ahem. I think you'll find that it is...
Thanks.
You're welcome, my lady. I am glad to lend you my power.
Sino, what's the situation?
There are troops stationed at every entrance. Everyone, stick to the plan. We'll take the main entrance. You head for the House of Dana's side door. Move out.
Out of my way!
Now,
Take this! Watch out! Get lost! Whew. Thank you, Jed.
You gotta be more careful. If you're not ready to put your life on the line, you can't be certain of defeating your opponent.
She's right. Keep your wits about you, Rana.
Guilty!
Take them out and secure the harbor. Reinforcements will arrive by water.
Consider it done.
Show no mercy.
You asked for it. Her Majesty's power flows through me! Winter shall be
Judgment is upon you. Your penance is due. You stay condemned.
Pay your dues.
Hear my prayer. Just agreed. Look alive!
So soon.
Looks like you run from death. Gloves off!
Resistance is futile. Save yourself.
Let's get it on! Ha! Do your work!
Nowhere to run.
Intel. Send.
Waterway secured.
Brothers, sisters.
Perfect. Just in time.
Welcome.
The team has arrived.
Good.
a straggler. We shall prevail. Yield.
Through me, justice is served. Your penance is due.
Over here.
Guilty.
Look alive.
Over here!
Detonate.
Myself a
Your go. Couldn't.
Grant us your blessing. Please.
Futile. Judgment is upon you.
Run while you still can. There's nowhere to hide. Didn't take too long. Look out! It's an ambush!
Finally. We need to hurry. Take the middle road.
Mahamacho-san.
Don't relax just yet. More 𝗏𝗏 approaching from the right.
Irminsul cannot track our movements. If necessary...
Don't worry. We'll wipe them off.
As you can see, our people can...
Good.
How are things with the...
Don't underestimate...
All right.
Cyno and the reinforcements have by using a cluster leaf of cultivate.
Good luck with...
Huh?
Ready? Ready. Keep up. Keep up. And shroud.
This unsightly insects. The wind rises. Search for it. 𝗏𝗏's.
Careful.
Prepare for...
Hey! There's people over there.
You have some nerve showing your...
You're right on schedule.
Well, this...
They've stated everything about this guy feels too deliberate. I highly doubt he's just a subordinate. So you've...
Very
See?
Historically, yes. But things can always...
There's a 𝗏𝗏 ambush at the north gate.
Can you handle him?
We can for now.
Yes, I'm quite sure both sides can hold their ground for the time being. But what happens next? Do you enjoy? Once a war begins, some people must die.
Wait a second. It's a trick. He's not even... Silence!
He disappeared. What was that? A ghost?
Curses!
Enough talk.
Sumeru's General Mahamatra is quite ruthless. It's a good thing I wasn't there in person.
Your illusion held them up for a time just fine.
Decoy or not...
Not imminent.
This is far.
Are you sure? No need.
All right.
Now where's the interface Nahida mentioned? Come on, where's it hiding?
Found it. We can connect to the inside of Irminsul through the Sanctuary of Source. You should be pretty familiar with the process.
Is it the same route as last time? Then I should be fine.
And Paimon?
Wait, the stakes are way higher this time, right? Huh? Why are you still...
Hey, you...
If we say I'll...
Chiesco's...
That's fair. I have learned a lot in Sumeru. Oh yeah. Did you ever come up with that ugly...
What?
Fine.
We need to go. Paimon, if you're staying, look after your...
Will do. Paimon's gonna link up with Tighnari and Cyno.
We will be.
Initiating connection. Well, come to think of it.
Thanks to our...
Don't.
Listen to me. Don't even...
All right.
This place looks so different from how I remember. It's a
Must be 𝗔𝗏𝗏's doing. Either he's searching for...
It's still changing.
He has to know we've entered Irminsul. But luckily for us, be on your guard. The red parts have probably been corrupted by 𝗔𝗏𝗏's power. Don't touch them, or you might alert him. He's looking for us. Tread carefully. That wall could be a problem. Fortunately, it looks breakable. Give it a shot. Upon the gale. Squall Fury. Behold! The wind rises. Squall Fury. Behold! The wind rises. Fury! Behold! The same old trick again? Are you kidding me? Let's handle it just like we did before. This cheap trick isn't gonna stop us. Oh no, it's a trap! Is that why he was using the same thing over and over again? To get us to lower our guard?
I'm trapped!
Why won't this thing budge?
Hello?
Nicole!
Yes, it's me. I'm monitoring your... I couldn't see it. It's not the clearest image. I can't intervene directly, but I can help. 𝗕𝗫 in his current form is a blight upon both Irminsul.
Is that anything?
Good work. But we're not done yet. Stay close. And let's see if we can find any others like it nearby.
Quit following me. Squall Fury!
This must be another one.
Agreed. Now... Oh, wait! Watch out!
It's 𝗕𝗫. I think he's found us.
The seal is broken. Quick! Get out of there!
And where exactly do you think you can run to?
What is that?
Pursuers! That's gotta be it!
Run! Don't let that thing touch you!
Dodge that attack!
There's more than one path. Which way do we go?
To the left! Trust me!
Fleeing like vermin. What a pathetic sight.
Hey!
Watch yourselves! Stay focused!
This is not the end. There's more than one path. Which way do we go?
To the left! Trust me!
Fleeing like vermin. What a pathetic sight.
Hey!
Watch yourselves! Stay focused!
There's a cliff ahead. Jump!
More of those corruption sources. Destroy them as you did before, and open the exit as quickly as possible. They're relentless. Is he trying to wear us down? You'll just have to destroy these too. I think the pursuit is over.
Hard to say. Stay alert. Behold!
I think we've made it to relative safety.
Phew, goodness. That was tough.
You doing okay?
I'll be fine. Don't worry.
Take a short rest.
Nicole?
The connection's been cut. But that means...
Look at you supporting one another. How...
𝗕𝗫!
Took you long enough to find us. You're more...
Oh, really? I think I deserve a little more credit for my methods than that. Rather than hunting you down, I chose to let you roam free. I indulged your presumption that I was unable to track your... Fleeing is for animals.
If that's true...
Because I wanted to observe you up. Don't misunderstand. After all... Why? You made a... Once most people form an opinion about someone, it tends to imprison their mind. Yet you managed to erase... However... This meant that you stood out to me all the more when I saw you in 𝗏𝗏. For someone in my position, that would let me put your... I doubt that the prospect of losing your current life is all that frightening to you. The cruelest twist of fate is that you'll never again have the chance to make up for any of your mistakes.
Dottore?
All here shall bend to my will.
Blazing light! Squall and fury.
I'm afraid you'll need to do better than that to take me down. I expected you to have grown stronger. I forgot that you lack any means to increase your power.
You will pay for everything you've done!
Oh, you like Finally, everything power worthy of my
was futile.
Does the prospect of death amuse you?
I could ask you the same question! I'll distract Dottore. You focus on the mission.
Got it!
For the hopes and dreams of the masses.
Open the secret door on this enchanting night. May wisdom's light eradicate ignorance and darkness, and hereby fulfill our ancient vow. Commence data extraction.
Cling to outdated ideals and stand in the way of progress. You will pay for interfering with the grandest experiment of all time.
Good timing.
Dottore, as clever as you are, you fail to understand wisdom. Wisdom takes many forms, but the path you have chosen eschews them all.
Huh.
strength is fading!
Since you are within Ermin's soul, it stands to reason that any power you wield comes from it.
You're extracting the information from Ermin's soul, just to strip me of my power.
I will find his weakness.
I admire your attempt to introduce a new barrier, but it's nowhere near enough.
Time to ignite!
Hey!
The wind rises.
Burn all before you! Blade of the primal blade!
That's far enough.
Scorching burn!
You won't distract!
You're so close! Just hold on a little longer. I'll hold him up. Traveler, Hat Guy, the rest is up to you.
We certainly have a knack for surprising each other, don't we?
I'm just getting started.
It's time. Say your prayers.
Stay on your defensive, but watch your back.
It's time. Say your prayers.
Let's try this! Muso no Hitotaki!
It's time. Say your prayers.
Burn all before you! Blade of the primal
That's
blade!
far enough. Too slow. Squall and Fury. Nothing worth mentioning.
Let's try this! Muso no Hito...
Time to ignite! It's time. Say your prayers.
Burn all before you!
The wind rises.
Blade of the
How
primal
amusing.
blade!
It's time. Say your prayers.
Let's try this! Muso no Hitotaki!
It's time. Say your prayers.
Burn all before you! Blade of the primal blade!
Scorching burn! It's time! Say your prayers! Behold!
Let's try this! Muso no Hitokachi!
Time to ignite! It's time! Say your prayers!
Finally, time for you to die. Excited?
Time for me to die? How could I have expected placing death was something I feared?
The last gasp struggle.
It's time! Say your prayers!
That's enough!
It's all yours. Do with it as you see fit.
Just as you say, this world is home to some archaic things. And as you suppose, you are a formidable opponent. You have long coveted the secrets of wisdom. So now, I will demonstrate true wisdom in action. I invoke my supreme authority as the keeper of 𝗲𝗻𝗄. Commend me or condemn me. But give your verdict now!
Blessed One of Wisdom, 𝗲𝗄𝗀, are you certain that you wish to exercise your authority to destroy 𝗲𝗻𝗄? It represents both your roots and your finest...
This is my decision.
𝗲𝗻𝗄 is the original tree of Teyvat. It is the means by which the heavenly principles maintains fate itself. The 7 Archons should honor and revere it.
It is precisely because I honor and revere it that I fight for the humanity it... Wisdom is knowing how to weigh the options and make the right decision. If you truly care about the fortunes of this world, then it is me you should seek to preserve.
Planting a seed begins till we meet again.
The first flame. The pure, cleansing fire.
Shall we?
Where were we?
I was suggesting that you needn't perform when signing a contract.
You're only sitting here because your bank demanded an evaluation of the trustee.
So you told a story about a young scholar from a merchant family in Sumeru?
I told a compelling tale, didn't I?
The post-expulsion story is far more captivating.
The human experiments or the elixir of immortality?
The part where you die.
Ah, yes. My favorite part. The 35-year-old segment thought of himself as 𝗕𝗏, reserving the name Zandik for the original specimen. Of all the segments, he was the most selfish. After his expulsion, 𝗕𝗏 searched for a new direction. He joined the 𝗕𝗏, studied 𝗕𝗲 in great depth, secured resources. He was rather fortunate in his career. Zandik turned to Khaenri'ahn technology and successfully created his segments. But this was not immortality. Even with backup segments, his body would still age. Still, thanks to Snezhnaya, Zandik found the ideal base for his experiments. Then a perfect partnership materialized at a crucial moment. The year that both parties realized they needed more time. Fortunately, Zandik succeeded. In a miraculous turn of events, he gained the extra time he needed.
I seem to recall it differently.
All right, it's true. No matter how much elixir he took, Zandik remained human and continued to age. Then, on the morning he turned 85...
Help me up! Call for help!
Surely he would be rescued, Zandik thought. But to his surprise, no one helped him. Zandik was too selfish for that.
Don't forget, you're one of us.
Yes, and we're all waiting.
Waiting for me to die.
Pantalone arrived for a meeting and happened to witness what followed. He found it unsettling.
I never said that.
But the Zandiks were unfazed. It was a rare opportunity for self-dissection.
What does all that have to do with you depositing your data at Northland Bank?
It has made me cherish my time in this world all the more.
Fair enough. So you do have a sense of self-preservation.
What do you mean?
You're hardly normal, and you don't cherish life. You just don't want to admit defeat in the limited time you have.
Even so, don't I deserve an interesting ending?
I'm counting on it.
If nothing else, I expect my funeral will be a grand affair indeed.
What a magnificent fire. In Snezhnaya, we light fires to ward off the cold.
Perhaps it has always been that way.
Mortal fear.
Whereas you, I'm sure, must know the feeling quite well indeed. I remember when we first discussed the... You fear...
Of course, and while you may...
Perhaps you are right. But I abandoned it long ago and devoted...
From the very...
But still you...
Because I am a...
And as we have discussed, experiments are about more than results alone. The process is equally important. I have come here.
I'm afraid you...
After
When I feel... I have been quite...
You make yourself sound...
Oh, but I am. And I hope you will be too.
Ha! I can see it. The experiment in blasphemy that I've been performing all this time. It has been a long process, and I do not care about the results as much as people might imagine.
If the very goal of your experiment was to explore infinite possibilities, then there was never any reason.
Indeed. Yet now, the experiment has officially drawn to a close.
What should I call you? Zandik? Or do you prefer Dottore?
Suit yourself. Goodbye, Feofan. This time, that's what it truly is.
And don't I know it? Goodbye, Zandik.
I could have carried out many more experiments, but to me,
I believe you.
X.
Wisdom,
Indeed. Ha.
when necessary.
Perhaps you are right. You see what lies at the bottom of the human heart, and that is your wisdom.
Here is where your journey comes to an end.
It seems
I do not dare event. Goodbye.
Mathematics is the foundation of all things. If you're interested, I can teach you some arithmetic. For the Adeptus arts are most miraculous. But unless one first cultivates the mind before cultivating these arts, all their feats will be like the moon's reflection on water, shattering at the slightest touch. Mathematics is the foundation of all things. If you're interested, I can teach you some arithmetic. First, hold out both your hands. We'll start with the 10 fingers.